Hey y'all, my name is Nat. I hope you're having a terrific day today, and for this video we're going to be doing my April plan with me. First off though, let's flip through my completed March spreads. Okay, so jumping right into April, you can see I had plenty of daisies sketched out. I just was really feeling doing some doodling of flowers. I had a quote in mind for this title page, and daisies are one of the few flowers I actually feel pretty confident in drawing. It's officially spring. I am so glad. The weather here in Texas has been staying mostly above 60 degrees and warmer. I do not miss the days when I was in college up north and we would be getting snow in April. Oh my gosh, no. April is springtime. Nothing will ever change that for me. As I mentioned, I had a quote in mind, which I had included in my favorite lines from last month's spread. Unfortunately for me, I didn't think to write it out anywhere else, so I flipped back to it, thought I could do it in one go, then promptly messed up. However, I had some tracing paper laying around and decided to kind of incorporate that too, to both cover up my screw up, as well as maybe add a little bit of texture, and I think it actually ended up working very well. The tracing paper ended up becoming a recurring theme throughout the month. The quote this month is, "I like to be reminded that beauty can come from much of nothing." This was in Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, which I believe I read in my weekly vlog last month, and I'll put a link to that in the cards up above if you're interested in some of my commentary. Next up is my calendar spread that I do every month. This is mostly to just keep track of important days or big events, as well as occasional tasks and things. There are many birthdays on this one between two of my brothers and my mom. So April is a pretty busy month, not to mention Easter and then tax day. On the opposite side is my reading goals, and another daisy was sketched in here, so just going over that. I wanted to kind of do these two boxes for the different sections of my reading goals. Officially for this month, I only have 8 books planned. As for what I will actually get read, hopefully more along the lines of 10, maybe 12. 12 would be really nice, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Onto the next page, which is my page's red graph, and as usual, hate writing in all these little numbers, and I'm sticking with 200 being the top amount of pages I can read every day. As usual, I go up the y-axis in 20-page increments, with the last one being 200 pages. Usually I don't surpass this. I actually did a good few days last month. Maybe I'll eventually get to change this to 300 instead. That would be really awesome. On the opposite side is my brain dump, so I just had the cute little daisy from a outward facing view to change it up a little bit. And then unfortunately my yellow pin doesn't actually show up very well, but I promise I have the title written in there, you just can't really see it. Then onto my favorite line spreads, and I didn't want to take up too much of the middle space of the page, but I also realized I probably would need 2 pages this month, so I wanted to do a little bit of a border on either side with some leaves, and I think it actually ended up turning out really well. And then of course, finally is my wrap-up page. This is probably the page that I like least this month. Did the tracing paper with a title and then a little bit of washi tape, but honestly, I kind of wish I had actually doodled in another daisy here. I don't know, I think this page ended up looking kind of naked, so I tried to add a little bit extra in the corner with my pen, but doodling in pen, not my strong suit. And then to start out my April spreads, I tossed in a cute little daisy sticker. I don't know if this is technically a daisy, but it sure kind of looks like one, so decided to just go with it. All right, so let's do one final flip through of all my spreads. Okay guys, so that is it for today. As usual, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit like and subscribe down below. I have all my socials linked in the description if you're interested in keeping up with what I am reading. I come out with videos on Monday and Friday, but until then, I hope you continue to have a terrific day. Love you, bye!